I can't believe this. I can't believe this. Feel better now. Houston, we have a problem with one of my wondrous Dyson Handstick vacuums. The first one that I grabbed, and it was years back now, it was a Dyson DC35 wondrous unit. Still works. It's my workshop vacuum, and curiously, it still has its original Dyson battery. Very nice. The next one, I was actually given this one by the Dyson company, DC59. The original battery lasted about 4 years, and now it's got something made in China on it. Sorry about that, Mr. Dyson. And guess what? It still works. Nice sound there. And, well, a year ago, I purchased a Dyson V8 Animal, and I've hit a bit of a snag. These Dysons are actually fairly different, but there are some similarities between the two. What was different between these two was basically this cone and the dust separation systems on it were very different, but the way the dustbin was emptied on those two models there was fairly similar. But when I went to the V8, the cones were sort of similar between these two, but what really changed was the way you emptied this dustbin, and that's where I've become unstuck. As humans, we tend to be lazy. We tend not to follow instructions, no matter how simple they are. There's actually something pointed out in this, and it's very important to adhere to, but I was foolish not to. I'll just gently remove the stick so I can move the vacuum around a bit easier. Oh! Don't worry, it's Dyson tough. That's a bit better. I can move it around easier now. Now, these stickers here, most people would have taken these off when you buy it, and you can make it look like a spanky Dyson. This one here, a very important one in relation to emptying the dust collection area. There's arrow 1, arrow 2, and arrow 3. And curiously, it's showing up in the manual in a, well, slightly different way. Let's take a look at this here. Okay, it's showing you max dust thing. It's showing you like arrow 2 up, then another arrow down, says click, and then another arrow 2, and then click. I'm sure most sensible people could follow simple instructions like that, apart from a simple person like me. And I've come unstuck because when I went to empty my Dyson the other day, this is what I came up against. The whole thing is stuck rigid. I'm lifting this up. I don't want to break anything. I'm noticing I'm getting a split here. What normally happens is this whole section will rise up, and it does a really good job of getting the dust out. The bottom door will flip open, but I'm not getting any of that. I've given it a bang on the desk, and I've banged it around more and more, and I can't get anything to budge. The thing is locked solid. Of course, this had me looking online to see if other people have got this problem, and lo and behold, it's quite a common problem. Now, in the most bizarre event, I've actually caught on camera the big mistake I made in closing the machine up after emptying out a spider from the dust collection area. Let's just throw to that footage right now. Let's take a look and see what's happened here. If I go like that, my crikey Charlies, that spider's down, and we learnt, of course, the wondrous power of the Dyson vacuum cleaner. I hope I can put this back together, and I can. Let's look at that again, and I'll slow the footage up, and what I have done there is broken the order of operations in closing up the dust collection area. Little did I know what trouble that would cause. When I had this problem, I went to Google like most people. I typed in V8 Handstick dustbin stuck, and it led me to some reads, and people were talking about the red paddle here, but I'll need 2 hands to basically lock off the camera and show you me unsticking this vacuum. Okay, the challenge here is to do this and keep it all in frame and not shake the camera around too much. This is the red paddle I believe they talk about. Lever this and pull this way, the dust collection area. Oh my crikeys! I hope the camera wasn't shaking too much. I think I've got that bit down. Okay, but I want this bit here to rise up, which is sort of how it works. Oh! Lo and behold, look at that. I've probably got the Dyson engineers having kittens watching this. I think I've just broken it. The bit that I haven't achieved... Sorry, Mr. Dyson. The bit I haven't achieved is I haven't opened up the bottom bit. I will get this back together. How do I open up this bit here? Usually you hit something quite hard, it'll open up. I've just made this massive mess, but don't worry, we've got Dyson cleaners here, we can sort this out. I still haven't got this bit here open. Now maybe I do. That might have opened it. No, I'm not that lucky, am I? And I know the Dyson engineers are having kittens now. There's going to be something very logical here, because I'm not very logical, I can't work it out. Maybe this red lever here is the secret. Oh, there we go. And all we'll do is get it back together again. Actually, while it's like this, and you normally don't see this model with this whole section gone, this is what I like about Dysons. And if I just bring this up, you'll see this really, really fine. Look at that, that's really fine dust. They're really good at nailing. That's Dyson magic. And that's the stuff that basically clogs out all the filters and all those other unfunky cleaners. I just grabbed my DC59 to clean it up before the wind blows it away. Yeah, Dyson power. Woo! Now I've got to set myself a challenge to get all this back together again. That's sliding like a champ. Of course, the dust collection area normally doesn't meant to fly off like that. I'm being, well, I don't know. Was this design change a good thing or a bad thing? I always think back to my Icta lawnmower. Oh, I might have got that back in, I think. And when they went to that stupid ripcord idea of having it up on the handlebars, and it was just a backwards idea. I'm struggling to get this on. And I'm going to start knocking the camera and stuff. Just give me a moment to get this together. I've just noticed there's a really important electrical connection here. And if I get that lined up, I think that's 99% of the problem. That's good. It's actually in the right spot. And remember the operation, so we basically emptied the dustbin in a very peculiar way, just saying, you must do this. Oh, that's more like it. And then that. Hope that's fine now. Okay, let's give it a test. Let's give it a test. If I pull this red lever up now, oh, look at that. And the bottom bit should open up as well. Oh, so you need two hands. I was working one-handed before. And the big mistake I made before was when I did this. Okay, and then I push that down there. Oh, I've just done it again! No! I can't believe this. I can't believe this. I feel better now. I told you I wasn't very bright. Oh, hang on a second. Oh, give me a break. Just by giving it that big throw, it looks like I've just fixed it. It's opened up. Okay, let me pull that up. That one's open. Okay, order of operation 1 and 2. And does it still work? Oh, Dyson magic! Dyson magic! There you go. As tough as a Dyson, there's a new saying for you. What we will do, and because I made a big mess, is we're going to clean up all that mess there. If I put the right brush on here, and we'll have some Dyson fun, eh? Okay, dust, hair, and whatever else you're about to be Dysoned. Okay, we go. It doesn't take very long at all. Rocks there, and all this other gunky stuff. Yeah, in it goes. It's like an ad, isn't it? But it's not an ad because the big companies don't talk to me anymore. I don't know why. Maybe because I throw their products around a little bit too much, eh? Woo! My beautiful Dyson V8 Animal Vacuum Cleaner. It's nice and robust, as you saw in this video. I know a lot more about this now, let's say 1 year back when I first unboxed this. The Dysons of today are a bit different. The V11 is the one which is about, as I'm making this video, it's more of a straight through design. It doesn't have that bit sticking out there. I sort of like that design there because it was like my 59. Okay, the trick to buying these machines, or this is what I do, I wait for the price to burn off a bit. A couple of years later, you'll find the new models come out. These older models will drop in price to what I find is a very reasonable price. Mind you, in Australia, stuff is really, really expensive. I very much like my Dyson Handstick vacuum cleaners. I like my DC35, I liked my DC59, and I do like my V8 Animal, although I was a little bit surprised to find the dust collection area getting caught up in the way that it did. But I did find comfort for the fact that I was not alone in this problem. The little conundrum of my Dyson V8 Animal, it's a great lesson to me and hopefully a warning to you about the YouTubers who are out there doing these amazing unboxing reviews where something's dragged out of a box and within minutes it's been deemed to be the best thing since sliced bread. Or maybe if it's a bit more sinister, the YouTuber will say, hey, I've used this for the last couple of weeks, it's the best thing since sliced bread. Sadly, YouTubers will lapse into this sort of zombieization of reviews where they feel if they say something negative, the company will close up on them and they'll get no more free product. It's very, very sinister, and it gets more sinister when a YouTuber says, hey, if you're interested in this product, click on the link below or say this code and you'll get a discount. Honest to goodness, if I hear that, I tend to click away because I feel that, well, this isn't a review. This is basically just someone flogging you something. I've learned a lot about my Dyson in the last year, but when I first unboxed it, I thought I knew about it, but I really didn't know about it until a year later. I hope you learned something in this video, because I tell you what, I certainly have. And notice there's no click on the link below. I'll just gently remove the stick here to make it easier for me. I'll just gently remove the stick here so I can move the cleaner around a bit easier. I'll just gently remove the stick here to make it a bit easier to move stuff around. I'll just gently remove the stick here so it's a bit easier for me to move the vacuum around. I'll just gently remove the stick so I can move the vacuum a bit easier. Nice and gentle over there somewhere. Oops, sorry about that, Thomas. I'll just gently remove the stick so I can move the cleaner around a bit easier. Ugh.